Welcome to Cahaba Academy families. We're so glad you're here. We created this video as a resource you can return to throughout the school year. Our goal is to answer the most common questions we hear, and maybe even a few you haven't thought of yet. Every cover school operates a little differently, so we want to give you clarity and confidence as you begin your journey with us. Whether you're brand new to homeschooling or transitioning from another program, we hope this helps you feel supported and informed. First, I want to share a little history with you about us. Cahaba Academy began in 2008 with just a handful of families, and we've grown so much since then. We're a Christian homeschool ministry, which means we hold to a statement of faith that you agreed to during the enrollment process, our covenant. While our families come from many different denominations, we're united in the belief that we are sinners in need of a Savior, Jesus Christ. As a ministry of First Baptist Church Trustful, we uphold the beliefs outlined in the Baptist Faith and Message. If you'd like to read more, you'll find it on page 4 of our manual. This meeting is designed to help you get oriented, whether you're brand new to homeschooling or transferring from another cover school. We'll walk through some key policies and requirements and highlight where to find helpful information as you settle in. So let's start this meeting off right with a little encouragement. Whether you're just beginning your homeschool journey or you've been walking this road for years, the start of each year brings both excitement and uncertainty. But hear this clearly, you will not mess your child up. In fact, you're giving them something truly special, something they could never find in another school setting. The Lord has a purpose in bringing your family to Cahaba, and we're honored to walk alongside you. We want to be the support you need to make this year incredible. And if you ever feel unsure or overwhelmed, know that I and many other caring members of our community are here to help. Not every day will be easy, but then again, not every day is easy now. What you will experience are meaningful moments, growth, connection, and joy as a homeschool family. This is going to be a great year, and with community vision and God's grace, you can make it even better. With that said, let's jump right into why we are here, to prepare you to feel more secure in your decision to join Cahaba. I want to point out a few items website-wise. We may have touched on this in our interview, but I feel they're important enough to emphasize them here as well. Obviously, we want you to know about our website. So you're going to log in to our Cahaba Academy website with your username and password. If you have not written that down somewhere, please make sure that you write that down and you keep it in a safe place so that you can log in. The other thing that I want to point out, once we're there, and we kind of have a new look to our website lately, is the profile. So if you go, once you log in, at the very top of the page will be the profile. And that will show you everything about your family that you have put in there. If there's anything that changes throughout the year, like your address or phone number, or especially your email address, please go in there to your profile and change that. And the next thing I want to look at is a calendar event, how we can sign up, how you can sign up for a calendar event. If you go to our calendar, every event that we have is on our calendar. Anything that we do with Cahaba Academy is on our calendar. Right now, you can go to the Back to School Bash and you can see an event. That's going to be one of our first events of the year. And at the bottom where it says there is no sign up, that's where there would be a button. And your family, there'll be a pull down menu. Your family will be listed there so you can add one at a time until you've got everybody that you want to go to that event, and then you hit sign up. And if there is a fee associated with that sign up, it will be at the top in your balance, or it may take you straight there. But if you don't pay it right away, you will always be able to see your balance at the top of the website, and that you can go in and pay at any time. The next thing that is important to you as a new family is the directory. All of you have given me pictures, and so really this is just a place for you to, when you meet new families, to connect with them. And if you forget their name or you want to get in touch with them, You can find their name and their address and their phone numbers there. So it's just a good tool to help you as you navigate this year and meet new families. The next thing I want to point out and I said this in our interview, is that the top row of our homepage is most important for you as a new member. So the next thing that I want to point out is the membership resources. That is a new family's friend, membership resources. So the first thing I want to look at is the leadership team. This is going to tell you all of the people in our leadership, our special events, our fine arts field trips, who's in charge of everything. And then you can, when you identify them, then you can contact them by looking at our directory or looking at a different event on the website, and their contact information will be there. Let's see. The next thing I want to point out is something that's in our membership manual, which if you go to membership resources and membership documents, there is a copy of our membership manual. There's also a lot of other things there as well that are very important. But if you go to the membership manual to page 10 and 11, I'm just going to point out just a few things that are important for new people, especially brand new to homeschooling. You are responsible, the supervision, you are responsible for making sure that your children that are under the age of 18, they should not be left unattended. I'm not going to read that whole section to you because I believe you can read it yourself. I don't want you to stress. I don't want you to be scared that somebody's going to turn you in, but you do need to be aware of that. You are responsible for them. The next thing that I want to point out is attendance and what Cahaba Academy requires. We require at least 160 days minimum. That doesn't mean that if you do year-round school that you have to only do 160. You can do many more than that if you would like to, but the minimum is 160 that Cahaba Academy requires. The next thing is grades and attendance. They are due on January the 15th and July 15th only. We don't have any other days that you have to turn in grades and attendance. However, you don't have to wait until January 15th or July 15th to turn your grades in. If you finish the first semester sometime in December, feel free to go ahead and update those dates in attendance and be done until you're ready to start the next semester. Again, the same thing for July 15th. If you finish in May, you do not have to wait till July 15th. As a matter of fact, it helps us administratively if you go ahead and update those grades and attendance as soon as you finish. The next thing that I point out to you as new members is you are responsible for your child's records. Cahaba will get records from previous schools, and we file them digitally. Some of yours I've already gotten, and we'll email you a digital copy for your files. I recommend keeping a copy of your grades at the end of each year, and the way you can do that is in HSRO, Homeschool Reporting Online, where you're going to give those to us. You can print out a transcript or a report card, and I recommend you do that and put that in either a hard copy or a computer file. We'll look at this in just a little bit later when we get to homeschool reporting. The next thing that I want to point out is the course of study. Core subjects should be listed for all students. So all of you have already set up your account in homeschool reporting and you've added grades. And most of you, if not all of you, have added these subjects. But I just want to reiterate this again. Cahaba Academy is going to be looking for the core subjects: Bible, English, history, math, science. You can add any electives that you might want, like piano, dance, or karate, or anything that's an elective type class, like things that if you signed up for any Cahaba Plus classes, most of those are going to be elective type classes. And the last thing I'm going to point out here is teaching method. Cahaba Academy doesn't require you to teach any particular way. You get the freedom to do that. We don't prescribe what to teach or how to teach it, but we're here to help if challenges arise. Please reach out if you need support. Each family signs the Cahaba Academy Covenant, affirming a commitment to teach all core subjects for at least 160 days a school year. We won't micromanage your process or ask for lesson plans, but we do want to remind you your child's education will reflect the time and intention you invest in it. Take this responsibility seriously, but not legalistically. You have the freedom to shape your homeschool in a way that honors your child's needs and your family's values. If you want more details about grading scales and other items concerning grade reporting, you can go to the grade reporting guidelines found in membership resources. So membership resources is really important to you, again, as a new member. The next thing we're going to look at is homeschool reporting online, which is where you will report grades and attendance to us. The best way, I think I told all of you in our interview, to go to homeschool reporting is through our website. There is a widget there for that. But make sure that you keep your login, your username and password for this website, because if you don't, it's going to be really hard for you to remember it, and because you don't go to this very often. A lot of families don't. So we're going to log in. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the easy form, because when it's time for you to upload or to give me your grades and attendance, especially those of you that are elementary and middle school, the easy form is the best place for you to update grades. You can do them all at one time on one page. You can update each grade, and Larry's being my helper, and he's showing you how to do this. And then you would save it, and it will update all your grades at one time. That's why it's called easy form. Now, the important thing about the easy form is the only reason that you can use the easy form is if you are using two of the three grading scales, and that would be the letter grading scale or the reflective grading scale. So letter would be A through F, and reflective grading scale is going to be like excellent, satisfactory, that kind of thing. It will not allow you, easy form will not allow you to update grades that are number grades. So if you want to update number grades, you have to use the edit feature, okay? And it's at the end. And when you see that it says where the grade is, where he's pointing out, it says letter grade or number grade. You cannot do both, and you cannot combine grading scales. So you couldn't do a reflective and a letter. You need to do all the same type. So if you're going to do number grades like he's showing you right now, you need to do all number grades. If you're going to do all letter grades, you need to do all letter grades. This system will not allow you to combine and do it correctly. So that's important to remember. Attendance is the next icon. Looks like a little calendar, and you will update your attendance. The rubric is up the top. Most of my people are only going to use the Y, but feel free to put H for holidays and V for vacation if you want to. But Y is really what's going to change that bottom number at the end. And so for the first semester, because we require 160 days, I'm going to be looking for about 80 or more days. The second semester, I'm going to be looking for 160 or more days. So that's attendance. And then the last thing I want to point out is the transcript feature. When I told you earlier that at the end of the year, I recommend that you print off or you save a copy of your grades, this is where you would do it. You would put in the current grade level that your child is in, and you would say generate transcript. It'll come up and it'll look like a report card, and you just save it as a PDF or print it off and put it in your hard copy file. All right, so moving on. The next website I want you to know about is HSLDA. You are a member of HSLDA because that is something that Cahaba Academy requires for membership with us. The reason I want you to see this website is because there's so much information here, especially for you first time, this is your first year of homeschooling, they have resources that I can't find for you. As a matter of fact, if you come to me with a question and I don't know the answer, guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to HSLDA. They've been in the homeschooling business for a really long time, and they have a lot of great information out there. So they have webinars and podcasts and articles. You're going to get emails from them weekly, probably. And so I would just say make sure that you have that saved on your favorites, because it's going to be a great resource for you as a homeschooler. The next thing that I want to point out is our Facebook. Cahaba Academy has a Facebook page, and all of you that wanted to be a part of it, you don't have to be, but it is one way that we communicate. We try to communicate several different ways for all the different types of people within our group. So Cahaba Academy's Facebook page, you're going to see some updates here. We will share things in the community, Homeschool Alabama, lots of different things on our website, sometimes just encouragement. But there are a lot of other Facebook pages as well out there that you can access, like Trustful Homeschoolers or Homeschool Alabama or Birmingham Homeschoolers Community. All of those are really great resources. I will caution you, though, about Facebook pages. There are a lot of Facebook pages out there that say they're homeschoolers, but in Alabama, there are 3 ways to homeschool legally. You can use a cover school or a church school, which is what you've chosen to do with Cahaba Academy. A private school, there's the private school option where you could actually make a private school out of your home, or a private tutor. Those are the only 3 that are legally accepted in Alabama. But if you go on Facebook, there's going to be a large facet of people out there that say you don't have to do anything to homeschool in Alabama. You just pull your kids out and you homeschool. That is not true. So I want you to know that as you're, if you do Facebook, be forewarned, okay? All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about is our leadership team. Cahaba Academy is blessed with a strong team of leaders who help our school community thrive. At the upcoming faculty meeting, you'll have the opportunity to meet the individuals who serve in key roles, each one committed to supporting your family throughout the year. Here are the roles that will be most relevant to you. Director. The director oversees the day-to-day operations of Cahaba Academy and serves as our registrar. She manages all things associated with Cahaba Academy, especially essential paperwork, enrollment, and membership requirements to keep everything running smoothly. You all know that because you've met me already, and I have been in contact with you about the enrollment process. The assistant director. She leads our Cahaba Plus supplemental class program and supports the director in a variety of areas. This year, she also serves as our Beta Club sponsor, guiding students in leadership and service, and she is also our treasurer. Special events coordinator. We have 2 leaders in this area. One plans events for the whole family from elementary through high school, celebrating holidays and creating shared memories. The other focuses on middle and high school students, organizing events tailored specifically for grades 6 through 12 to enjoy time with their peers. We also have a field trip coordinator. She organizes all field trips in and around the Birmingham area, including select fine arts events such as performances by the Birmingham Children's Theater, Alabama Symphony Orchestra, and Alabama Ballet. While we don't attend every offering, you'll see a small selection on our calendar. We also have a testing coordinator. This leader organizes and executes our yearly standardized group testing. You'll hear more from her after Christmas, as signups will begin January the 1st. Group testing is optional with Cahaba Academy. You're not required to test with us. Each of these leaders play a vital role in creating a rich, supportive experience for our families. We're excited for you to meet them and get connected at our upcoming faculty meeting. The church facility. We usually have most of our events in the high school space, which most of you should have toured on our in our interview process. There will be times that events will be in other locations. We usually have signs around the campus and people to point you in the correct location. Always know you can contact us to find out how to get to an event. Don't stress. All Cahaba Plus classes will be in the basement this year. Your enrollment checklist forms and records requests have already been sent to the appropriate entities. Thank you so much for doing your part to help me wrap up that checklist. I know the enrollment process involved quite a few emails and texts, and I appreciate your patience. Once the year begins, you won't hear from me nearly as often. I'll check in from time to time, just enough to make sure you're supported, but not so much that you feel overwhelmed. And of course, I'm always here if you need me. Faculty meeting. Here's a quick rundown so you know what to expect. Sign in by highlighting your name on the family checklist. It's our simple way of confirming attendance, quick and easy. Pick up a name tag at the entrance. We'd love to call you by name. With so many new families joining us, it helps us connect and build community. Collect your agenda and any handouts, and then find a seat wherever you're comfortable. We'll follow the agenda closely to make the most of our time together. During the meeting, you'll hear important announcements from administration, introductions of our leaders, updates on upcoming events and activities, and sometimes we'll have special guests, which we will at this meeting. We aim to make our meetings informative and enjoyable, not just business. In past years, families have shared songs or devotions. If we're asking you to come out for a meeting, we believe it should be worth your time, helpful, engaging, and community building. Cahaba Plus classes. Registration closed August the 4th. Classes start August 18th, the day after the faculty meeting. All classrooms will be listed on the website class lists. Teachers will be at the faculty meeting, so you should be able to chat with them if you need to. If you have any questions, feel free to email or call them. Their contact information is in the class description, or you can also find them in our directory. They are excited to help in any way they can. This video is meant to hopefully help you navigate much of the new things with Cahaba Academy this year. We are so excited you're a part of our Cahaba Academy family and look forward to getting to know you and your families better as the year progresses. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you at the fall faculty meeting. Remember, at least one parent is required to attend all our faculty meetings. If you cannot attend, please notify the director by email before the meeting at director@cahabaacademy.org. If you're unable to attend the main meeting, we'll do our best to offer a makeup session. Please note, it won't be as detailed, but we'll cover the essentials to help you. Thank you for joining us today. We're so glad you're part of the Cahaba Academy family, and we look forward to seeing you soon. This is my baby Sadie. Bye.